Kelvin, that defensive start, how important is that, those starts to sort of setting the tone?
Yeah, we've been getting better since Australia. You know, none of these guys were very good in August or September. We kind of we're breaking it down. You know, there's always two sides to the floor. You know, we draw. There's a blue line in the middle of our practice court. It's not tape, it's paint. It's painted down. That's how important that line is. It's kind of a demarcation point in our teaching where you need to be if the ball's in a certain area. So it's just learning principles, learning to stay connected, trusting each other, being at the right place, communication. You can always hear a good team. You can always hear a good team. If there was nobody in the gym today and you closed your eyes, you can hear Houston. And they're talking to each other about what they should be, our terminology, our bigs. A big man in pick and roll coverage, our guards have their back to him. They're facing the ball, guarding their man as a screen is coming. They have no idea where that screen is. So that 90% of most screens in college are set with the 5-man. So our 5 men defensively have to know exactly what they're doing. They can't make mistakes. It's kind of like an air traffic controller. You got 4 planes trying to land with 3 runways. What if that guy didn't talk? That's the analogy I use with our bigs. You got to talk. You got to tell them. You got to be exact, and you got to be precise, and you got to be on time. So it takes a long time to get there, and it's something that need to work on every day. So, but we're progressing. We had our moments in that last tournament in Charleston against Towson State or University of Utah, Dayton. But we still got a ways to go. LJ, played 3 years under a great coach at Baylor and Coach Drew, but he's only played 7 games for us. So he's still trying to figure certain things out in certain coverages. It's still November, so we're still got a ways to go with all our guys. I mean, Jamal's in his 4th year in this system. Our system doesn't change from year to year. I may adjust a scouting report based on a scouting report on the team's strengths or weaknesses. Like Arizona, when we played them, was a lot different than UAB. Not personnel, just the way they played. So you don't guard everybody the same. But our guys are they're locked in. This team is practices well. They listen. They follow instructions, and that's why we're getting better.
LG, how comfortable are you in the system right now, offensively and defensively, more importantly?
I feel pretty comfortable. Like Coach said, it's still early, so I'm still learning things on offense and defense. But I have a pretty good grasp on what to do on both sides of the ball right now. So it's just about going out there and playing hard at the end of the day.
Kelvin, I think you guys only had, I haven't seen the final stats, but 4 or 5 turnovers. What is it about this group that?
Well, every group. Our team traditionally does not turn it over. Sometimes something sticks up, then all of a sudden you go back for the last 7 years and say, hey, that team's been pretty good at this for 7 years, not just this year. But a lot of it has to do with being veteran. Emmanuel was a true freshman last year. Terrence a true freshman, so is Jarris. True freshmen are turnover guys. They turn the ball over. Veterans know where the ball goes. We have one of the best backcourts around. And when I draw something up or if we teach something, There's nothing in that play where it says throw it away. You know, I'm constantly, now there's some guys on our team, we constantly remind them what color jersey we're wearing. But they're all getting better at that. But, you know, if you look and see where we're rated in conference and fewest amount of turnovers year to year to year, there's a reason why. We don't turn the ball over much. A big part of our emphasis on that is offensive rebounding. You know, we can rebound a missed shot. It's hard to rebound a turnover.
Jamal, what are your thoughts on getting your 500th assist in UH career?
That's awesome, and just a testament to how much me and my teammates work. You know, I can't get 500 assists without guys making shots, so it's awesome, and it's a great feeling for the guys that have helped me get there, and just try to get more.
Kelvin, you know,
Got a haircut? I mean, did you lose a bet or just time? Just time? How you pronounce your first name? Starnes. Yeah. I can see Starnes with long hair. That's kind of a long hair name. Should have been in the 60s on what's the name of that street in Berkeley? Persebury Street, something like that. It was hippie streets. Yeah. No, not Telegraph. It was, I don't even know if I heard it. Ashbury. Yeah, Haight Ashbury. Yes, Starnes got a little Haight Ashbury to him. Well, see, you took over, you know, Yanez over there is moonlighting now. So he's calmed his coif down. Starnes has got going a little crazy on us, but he's reeling it in. Go ahead, Starnes.
you know, what have you seen so far just from sort of the second unit offense when Jamal is off the court, whether it's Malik running the offense or LJ?
Well, they're not going to be as good. You know, I thought JoJo was close to making a lot of plays tonight, but he has a lot of freshmen in him. You know, if we didn't keep scoring, we let JoJo play 30 minutes, you'd be surprised at his numbers. How many rebounds he'd get over 30 minutes, how comfortable he'd get quickly. But he's in and out, all that stuff, so it's not going to look like it would per minutes played. You know, you know, Terrence had 9 rebounds tonight. Emmanuel had 6. It's 15 rebounds from your basically your guards. You know, that just shows you how much those guys have bought in. You know, I think when we've led the nation in offensive rebounding percentage, I think it's somewhere around 38, 39%. But most of these games were somewhere around 50%. But what most people don't know about offensive rebounding percentage, missed free throws count. So if we miss a free throw and we don't get the rebound, which is hard to do on a missed free throw, because they automatically have inside rebounding position, right? If we miss a free throw and don't get the rebound, it counts as 0 for 1, just like a normal shot. So the way we're shooting free throws, we need to get a running start running there and start rebounding some misses. I need to put in a missed free throw offense. But I think we made our last 6. I told Kellen he could coach our first. How many we attempt tonight? 48. I said, Kellen, why don't you go ahead and coach the first 42 attempts tonight, and I'll take the last 6.
Jamal, on the topic of how well you guys were able to take care of the ball today, can you talk to me about, from your perspective as the point guard, what's kind of your role in making sure that those turnovers are down and kind of being a facilitator for the team?
Just getting guys the ball in positions they're comfortable. You know, not throwing it to Juan on the wing when he's more comfortable getting it on the low block, or just making sure guys are comfortable within their game. And that's really it, not putting them in bad spots.
How long does it take to build that kind of?
You learn by just playing with guys certain spots that they like and where they're not comfortable in. Like you don't rarely see E in the corner. He's not really comfortable there, so you don't really get him the ball there. But it's just wherever their spots are, I try to get it to them in their spots.
Coach, J1 obviously had the most wins here at Fertitta Center. Tell us a little bit about what his development has been over the years and the impact that he had.
Well, first of all, it says he's been part of a lot of really good teams. You know, let's not forget the name on the front of our jersey says Houston, doesn't say J1. You know, so J1's not the one won the 50 games. He's been part of some really, really, really good teams. So I'm not trying to blow J1 up like that. I think if I were to describe J1 in a word, it would be that, though, winner. He plays winning basketball. He fits in with any other teammate any other way. I don't even see him as a position guy. You know, so what positions does he play? You know, for us, we only have two positions, I guess. JBR plays center, and Maul plays point. The rest of them are all interchangeable in a lot of different ways. You know, and J1 has really developed and improved so much since he's been here. I think back to his redshirt freshman year, COVID year. I think our first game was against Lamar, and then the second game was against a really good Boise State team. He had 14 rebounds in that game as a redshirt freshman. Think about that. So, you know, it's been a pleasure and an honor for me to be around kids like Jamal and J1 and LJ. You know, we just have so many high-quality kids, and J1 has developed. It's also neat, satisfying to see these kids come in here as freshmen, a little bit intimidated, a little bit overwhelmed, and then they find their voice, and then they find their traction, and then they're a defender of the program, whether it's our culture or the way we practice or what time we get to meals on the road, what time the bus leaves. I mean, they say, well, you cracked the whip. Nope. Players, they know. They warn these guys. They say, look, here's what time, you know, when Coach gets on the bus, he don't check to see who's here. As soon as he gets on the bus driver knows the door closes and we leave. You know, we don't do roll call. So if you want to get to the arena, you better make sure you're on that bus before I get there. It's like telling my assistant coaches what time to get to work. I said, don't get there after I do and don't leave before I do. That's a pretty easy way to look at it.
Kelvin, how have you seen Terrence improve in areas other than scoring?
It's funny you asked that tonight, since he couldn't hit water if he's standing on shore. You know, Terrence has really improved a lot. That's why I don't evaluate how guys play based on whether they make shots or not. Pretty shallow in a lot of ways. I remember when I was in NBA, Curry had a stretch. I can't remember what it was, but he's like 7 for 51. Greatest shooter in the history of the game. Had a stretch and couldn't make a shot. Michael Jordan Kobe was the king of that. 4 for 21, 3 for 19. The next thing you know, he scores 80. You know, that's what they do. That's why I tell guys, let people that don't know what they don't know worry about stuff that don't matter to us. You know, what matters to me is your defense and your rebounding. Because at the end of the day, when you don't make shots, that's how we win. And they're all going to have days. Look at what LJ, the first 3 games he played here. You know, I'd holler something out, and he was trying to process it while he was open to make, you know. I said, well, he'll get going. Oh, and nobody was worried about, unless somebody asked about it from the outside. Nobody inside ever worries about that stuff. What we worry about is the things that Terrence was good at tonight, and Emmanuel. You know, Terrence, you know, we have a bubble that we sign when somebody earns the right to sign it. Jamal just signed it recently because he had 6 defensive rebounds. I'm waiting on Slim over here to sign it for the first time. But Terrence signed it tonight. He had 6 defensive rebounds, 3 offensive, 9 total. I think the last game, JBR signed it, didn't he? Yep. Against Dayton, and maybe Juan signed it against Utah. But, you know, these kids, they come to the bench late in game and go, how many offensive rebounds I got? How many defensive rebounds? You know, that's part of our culture. That's one of the reasons why these guys fight for rebounds. They won't sign that bubble. Because whoever signs the bubble the most, you get taken home with them. Ask Justin Gorham where his is. Ask Fabian where his is. We give that bubble to somebody every single year. That bubbles, now those guys that come in June, they think, old school guys, when they think bubble gum, they think bazooka, but these guys know what that bubble is and what it represents, and they want to own it. It's a great story to tell their kids one day.